Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Happy Father's Day. Today again is Father's Day, so I have my Father's Day finish. Took a little bit longer and a lot more complicated than I thought, but oh, I am happy girl with this one. I ended up spending 2 nights awake. I'm very tired. I'm going to bed soon. And we have a little bit of thrifted yarn, like really small amount. One massive finish. This was a big deal. And I believe there was something else that I had recorded. Oh, new hooks to review from Temu. Large hooks, like giant hooks. Not as big as 35 millimeter, which I just found out recently is the biggest size you can get. Wow, that sounds like a giant hook. It is 12, 15, 18, and 20 millimeters, and I got a little 4-pack of them for a really decent price, and I really wanted to try them out because I do have a couple thick yarns, but nothing that I want to spend $30, $40, sometimes $25 on these thicker ones that I've seen around. So, let's have a good time and look at all my yarn and stuff. Yay! Happy Father's Day. Alright, so I have been working on this one for a little bit, and I ran into a snafu a couple episodes ago. I was trying to pick colors for skin, and I ended up deciding to go with the just regular beige. I didn't have any pinkies, like this one back here was one of the options, but nothing felt right. And here he is in all his shining glory. And I am absolutely delighted with him. Delighted. Sorry, I've got a little miss reading a book over there, and she's very chatty today. So the hair was interesting. It was a loop stitch, and as you can see, there is some of it there to hold it on like a wig. He's got his pants, which has this interesting piece here that makes it a little more defined. This piece was interesting, to say the least. It was just a rectangle, and then you had to sew on the colors. And I made him a knife out of cardboard and tin foil, just because, you know, it completes his outfit. Love the shoes. And yes, he does stand on his own. I am super excited about that. One sec, I'll show you. Okay, don't mind my pajamas. It is like 5:30 in the morning, and I just got them finished just a few minutes ago. Here I am. I'm going to put them down. This is a blanket on top of my puzzle. It's going to go a little bit forward, so we're just going to adjust his legs. And my handsome little man is ready for murder and mayhem. I am very happy with the result. The scarring on his face. I think I'm going to take the mouth off of him and replace it with the cross stitch floss instead of using the yarn, because it said use yarn, and I feel that's too thick. Like, I like everything else about him. And probably later today I'm going to make him a scythe. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I've got everything I need in here right now, because I made that, and that's all I was going to use, was just a little bit of cardboard. But yeah, the loop stitch it took me quite a bit of time, and you would get these lines in between. I did 3 different colors of yarn, and I feel this is a really, really interesting way to do hair. So, little dolls I'm thinking about doing for my daughters are a lot easier now that I have a way to do the hair. You get the loop stitch on and then you cut it afterwards, and it stays there. And that's really a little weird to start out, especially if you don't know what you're doing, but I was listening to an audiobook, so it wasn't so bad. Love the scar on his face though. That came out a lot better than I hoped. The eyebrows are a little wonky, but I'm still getting used to the whole embroidering on their faces with yarn. Don't put Chucky there. Hi, Chucky. And we used the loop stitch. There's a new one for me. Now we're supposed to cut these all apart and then give them a stylish haircut. And this is what I do in the middle of the night. Give amigurumis wonderful hairdos. Be back when his loops are all cut apart. I did use 3 different oranges to give his hair a lot more depth. And hopefully I don't regret that later. But I think it's going to be alright. They were put in on the round, which was brand new to me. Loop stitch and doing a loop stitch on the round with such long loops. But I kind of like this idea for maybe doing a princess or two. That might be something I may have to look into later on down the road. Being that I have 2 little girls that love pretty dolls. Chucky. Okay. Now, we're going to do a little tiny knife for Chucky. So, this is a really cool item that my son got my daughter from Temu. It has this little apparatus in here that I first put together wrong. No instructions with it. Take this guy. Let's make sure we got it lined up properly. There we go. I want to make sure this lines up really well. And here comes my water. So, this little apparatus makes sure that your brushes stay super clean when you're painting. So I got that wet. Now check this out. Press it. And the sides are ridged, so if you happen to need to clean it off a touch more, you can. I thought this thing was the coolest thing for little kids, especially if they're painting. I'm just going to use my pack up there. And we're just going to give this a little nice little coat. I figured Chucky could probably use a nice little knife. Looking at how that's covering, I think we're just going to have to get 2 pieces and glue them together. No big deal. So, I'm just going to pause for a minute. Alright, so we got 2 sides of the same cereal box. That'll do very nicely, because one side's going to be visible, the other side not so much. So we're going to take my white glue. I'm not sure how good this white glue is. It's been a while since I used it. I couldn't find the school glue. Oh, we're in good shape. Gonna give this a nice coating here. Then join the 2 pieces. Wipe off the excess, of course. Let me set aside to dry. I'll be back after I wash my hair. All right. Now we have both sides glued together. Both sides have a nice piece there. And now we're going to take this lovely piece of tin foil, and we are just going to probably cut it right about here is good. All right, now we're going to take this piece and this is a little sticky from the glue, which is fine. This is not meant for kids to play with, so we are going to be putting him up high. All right, so we're going to go like that. What side do I like better? I don't think I like that side so much, so we are going to okay, we're going to take a pair of scissors. We're going to just trim this guy down. All right. Got our scary sharp knife. It's coming together. We're just going to shape this a little touch more here. Give it that kitchen knife look. Okay, that's not too bad. Now what I'm thinking is maybe I'm going to need a sort of black band or something around that. Let me think here. What do I have that is very accessible, super quick? So I think my next project is going to be the face mask for my daughter. I've got it already partially started and I just kind of gave it a break because I got to a point where I was just getting frustrated. I think I can do it now. I mean, this guy's intermediate and this face mask is supposed to be for beginners, so I should be able to do it, right? Wish me luck. I've got about another 2 hours worth of work on my summer shirt. I'm so close to being done. I'm in my second last purple, and that's exciting. Isn't that exciting, Jackie? That's exciting. And I think I'm going to be pulling out these beautiful cottons right behind my head, these Hobie cottons I got recently, to do my mom's shawl. Her birthday, I believe, is very beginning of July. So yet again, doing someone else a gift for someone. But she bought it, and her hands have really been bothering her. Her carpal tunnel's been acting up, and she's feeling a little down. So I will get her this done, and I hope it makes her feel pretty and happy. My son's gift for her is really nice. I kind of want to show it off, but I don't know if I should. Let's just say it's definitely something she's going to have a lot of fun with, and she should enjoy it. I hope. I absolutely love him. My son really wants to have a Kurt Cobain, so I have maybe a base to go from. He's decided he's really into Nirvana, and I'm fine with that. Totally okay with that, but I've found a couple mock-ups people have done that they didn't do patterns on, and so I think I'm going to be trying it. I know my daughters would love to have more baby dolls, princesses, so possibilities, amigurumi, just gotta love it. All right, we have another beautiful thrifted yarn. Somebody obviously ripped off the price tag. I'm not sure why. This bag was marked as $2.50. Karen Simply Soft, 6 ounce, bright. I believe the color was called, oh, where did it say? Limelight? Limelight. We got this partial ball as well with it. And I love this color. This is definitely up my alley. I really want to work with this one. Love the feel of this one. Alright, got a fun pattern there. And let's find out. This is a net weight 6 ounce, 170 grams. And it's a Karen. No dye art, dye lot. 100% acrylic, worsted weight 4. So it's a medium 4. 5mm knitting needles, 5mm crochet. Looks like you can wash and dry, but I probably wouldn't dry this one. I just don't trust it. And yeah, so there's a pattern on the inside, and we got the two for $2.50. These are going for about $7 a piece. You can still get this color on Mary Maxim, Canada, for $6.99. Sorry, so $7 plus shipping and handling. So $2.50 for this much. I'm happy. So this came for me in the mail from Temu. A 4 set. That at the time cost me about $4 something, but now it's up to about $6.19 last time I checked, which was like last night just to see. And yeah, it cost me about $4 something to order these bad boys in. We have this 12 millimeters. We got a beautiful sparkle to it. It's a bit of a plasticky feel, which is not bad. I have done a little test drive, and I was not mad at all. I like the bubbles. This one's a 15 millimeter. An 18 millimeter with lots of glitter. And a big 20 millimeter. So, for thicker yarns like this beauty right here, Fuzzy Fun, which is mostly for my daughter to cuddle up with, I am able to actually use them now. So let's find our end and give this a little test whirl. We're going to try out my 12, because my biggest I have right now is an 11.5, which is a Susan Bates, which is really a nice, I really like it anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Now the problem with this is this is obviously way too small, so I could use this with my Bernat blanket. Very likely. One moment. Alright, so with the Bernat blanket, I made Lulu the giraffe, this particular one. This is what I have left over. And I used an 8 millimeter. This is a 12. We should be okay with this size. We'll just have a loose fill, which is nice. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, this is very lightweight, which I will never complain about a lightweight, easy to use hook. Nice and easy, grabs the yarn like you wouldn't believe, which is very convenient because working with this big stuff can get really tiresome for your hands. I know I have trouble with it, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Sorry, I had to give a little muffin her water. She woke up for a little snacky. There we go. And a little half double crochet for fun. And a single crochet for fun. So, So, it's nice. Holds up really nice. Feels pretty good in the hand. It is a plastic, or, yeah, I'm going to go with plastic. I don't think it's a resin. And if it is a resin, it's a different feeling resin. So, I'm pretty happy with this purchase. I wasn't sure if Temu would have quality, anything crochet related. I know things like Wish definitely didn't want to get their yarn. You didn't want to get their anything from them because it was just garbage. And the long wait. And I don't find that Temu's wait is that bad. So for certain things like this, I don't mind it. So we're going to take this big 20, which is pretty short. I'm not used to working with such a short hook. There we go. And I'm just going to pop that through. And I don't normally work with yarn this thick. One. So I would have liked this one to be a little bit longer. I find it a little tricky to hold it. I find I'm pushing it quite a bit. And when your yarn's this thick, you need a little space to work, I feel. But I don't use this number very often, or this size of yarn very often. And I'm sure after a little bit of time I'd get used to it, just like everything else. There we go. And there we go. So it gives you a nice feel to it, nice thickness. So all in all, I would say if you're in the market for something a bit bigger and you just want something that's going to work, I would definitely go for these for the price range, and especially if they're not something you need to use every day, I would definitely go with these. Thanks again for joining us on All the Crackers in the Box. Happy Father's Day from me, my kids, Chucky, to all the dads out there. Hope you have a great day. Bye.